Hello Aquarius, welcome to my new tarot for YouTube. I'm doing my first ever month, so this is for the month of February. So this reading is a love reading for those of you with the star sign Aquarius. For singles, we start with singles, followed by those in a relationship. So let's have a look at your cards. Right, so hello Aquarius, this is your love reading for the month of February, and this reading is for those of you that are single. So to just go through the cards, you have the reverse King of Cups, you have the Fool, you have the reverse Three of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Now, the first thing I noticed about this reading is there is no other star sign really standing out. So there is potential there, or there is conflict here with possibly an ex, but there isn't anything really standing out to me of what star sign it could be. So it could potentially be somebody from each of the star signs. When we look at your present love situation, you have your eye on somebody, but you keep running away from them, and it's either two things. Maybe you're friends, or maybe it's an ex. And if it's an ex, I think you do have confrontations, which then cause you to not talk for a little bit, and then you keep coming back. I see like a circle going on situation. Or if it's a friend, maybe it's because you like them that you then back off a little bit because you don't want them to know that you like them, but you do secretly. So there's two things possibly going on there, and I'm leaning kind of towards it possibly being the unexpected, which is an ex, because of what you get for your unexpected card. But you know, for what you really want, you really want a genuine relationship, and you don't want people taking advantage of you. So you obviously feel that people have in the past for you to think that. I think you're quite naive in relationships as well, and I think sometimes you think you're happy and you're kind of blissfully unaware of what's really going on. You know, the relationship is never quite how it really is. How you see it isn't how it is what I mean to say. You know, this reverse card does talk about healing in this month, but it's a slow process. Now, that's why I'm thinking it might be an ex that keeps coming and going, and you keep running away from them, and there's confrontation. Because if it is an ex, you're going to be dealing with them something of a healing feeling, aren't you? If they keep coming and going, you have to heal each time they go, and that's why it's so slow, because they keep coming back and forth. You have the Ace of Pentacles for your immediate future. So whoever you're interested in, so whether it's a friend or an ex, this love interest does like you. So whether it's new or an ex-partner, but they don't like this coming and going. And it's definitely from you that this coming and going is happening, that you're there and then you back off, something like that, or maybe there's an argument and it's you that runs away, and they don't like this. So that's something you have to look at, your behaviour there, and what you can do differently. But whatever's going on, it seems complicated, and I think you keep running away and you keep hiding away from this person because you're afraid. You're afraid of what's going to happen. You're afraid of rejection. So you have the Seven of Wands. So there's still obstacles, and I think you're going to make a decision whether to pursue this person or just forget it. But you have that strength inside of you. You are strong enough to make that decision, whether to, you know, sort it out, sort the problems out with your ex, or if it's somebody new, actually tell them that you like them. And what have you got to lose? Whatever you decide to do, follow your heart on this one, okay? So let me know what happens for you in February. It'd be interesting to see your reading for March. Anyway, take care. Bye. Right, hello Aquarius. For those of you in a relationship, this is your love reading for February. So let's take a quick look at the cards. You have the reverse, the Star. you have the reversed the Tower, you have the upright Page of Swords, you have the reversed Eight of Pentacles, and you have the reversed Ten of Pentacles. So, Aquarius, how you're feeling about your relationship currently? You just can't understand your partner anymore, and you just feel frustrated by them. You know, you feel like crying more this month, and you're feeling quite down that you don't see a future. But why are you feeling that way? Because your partner knows that this relationship, that something's happening. They know there's something wrong with you. They know that something is upsetting you. And they can see that your relationship is almost falling apart in front of them. And your partner is in pain as well. But they're holding their feelings in. They're not telling you exactly how they feel. Now, the Star card represents Aquarius, so that's you. I think your partner, I think it's possibly that your partner is an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So they're in pain as well, and they're hurt, and so don't think that they aren't aware of what's going on, that you're hurting, but they're also hurting, and they feel that there is a breakup on the way, and that is what's causing them the pain, because they can see that you're contemplating that there's no future anymore. Now, where your relationship currently is at, I think that the two of you are both asking too many questions and are arguing. And when you're always asking questions and when you're arguing in a relationship, this can be just too much, can't it? It can be almost suffocating if this is what you're dealing with on a regular basis. And that's what's going on in your relationship, arguing and just too many questions and possibly even nagging as well. And it's causing you both pain. So what does your relationship need? Well, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This isn't a good card to have, because it talks about your partner is just not interested in anymore. They're just too hurt. They don't feel that there's anything to fix or mend anymore. And I don't think you do either. I don't know, do you need to just take some time out at the moment? Because I think if you don't take some time out now, I think it's just going to get very ugly. And I don't think you want to get to that point. I think you need to just take some time out, try and deal with your emotions, try and work out how you really feel. You both need to do that. You both need some space, because at the moment you're going to explode if you don't. For your future, you have the reversed Ten of Pentacles. Now, this can tell us that there is love there. So it is possible that what your relationship needs is just some space and time apart. And while you're having this time apart, maybe you do realise you love them, but you don't know how to fix it because there's too much pain. You're numb by everything, and that's how the relationship is, and that's how it's going to be in the future. When you have this time apart, you realise you do love them, and they love you, but sometimes when there's just been too many arguments and too much pain, you can't fix it. You can never ever really get it back, can you? So I think this is a time for really, by the end of the month, you're going to part or agree to just take some time apart and see how you feel. And I really think that this is just going to be a time of recovery and reflection for you for this month, and for your partner too. There's nothing in this card that says what's going to happen, other than that there's a lot of pain and sorrow, and you need some space. You really do. So it will be really interesting to see what happens for the month of March for you guys, to what the outcome is, whether you decide to completely separate for good or whether you decide to stay together. Anyway, let me know. I know this isn't going to resonate with every single one of you, but for those that it does, this is reaching out for you that it does, because it's talking about how you do need to just have that quality time apart to recover and really think about the relationship and whether you can both fix it. And I think when you've taken that time apart, then you can come together and talk properly. At the moment, you can't talk properly without arguing. So yeah, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in March. Anyway, take care, Aquarius. I'm really sorry this wasn't a positive reading, but I can only read what the cards come out as. Anyway, see you next month. Bye.